What you see before you is a theme park historical landmark. Why? Because it's the birthplace of a major theme park chain scattered throughout the country. You may know this chain as Six Flags, and in this video, I'll mostly cover Six Flags Over Texas, the original park and present-day headquarters. However the term Six Flags may resonate with you, do you really know what it means? Here at Six Flags Over Texas, there is meaning behind this name, and it comes with a little controversy, as one of their flags is a literal red flag, well, in a nefarious sense of the phrase. In this video, I'll give a quick history of how Six Flags got its name and the modern day controversy that comes with it. To answer this question quickly, the name refers to the six sovereign nations, or Six Flags, that have flown over Texas throughout the years. That includes Spain, France, Mexico, Republic of Texas, America, as well as the Confederacy, which we'll discuss a bit more in a few minutes. Disneyland changed the theme park game back in 1955, and investors throughout the country were looking to create regional Fantasyland parks of their own. This included Great Southwestern Corporation President Angus Wynn and Arlington Mayor Tom Vandergriff, both of whom went to Walt Disney himself to propose a second Disney park between Dallas and Fort Worth. Disney was not interested, and the two Texas tycoons were left to create a park of their own. Under the supervision of C.V. Wood, an ex-Disneyland opening day president who feuded with Walt Disney, the park was aimed to be themed to the six sovereign countries that flew their flags over some parts of present-day Texas. While Disneyland was themed to the likes of Peter Pan, Cinderella, and the like, Six Flags Over Texas would have lands themed to countries, and include rides, shows, and attractions based around this central theme. During development, names for the park included Great Southwest Land, or Texas Under Six Flags. But by April of 1961, months before opening day, the name was permanently changed to the now known Six Flags Over Texas. 6 years later, in 1967, the same creative team would build Six Flags Over Georgia outside of Atlanta, and the brand name still worked for this state, with Great Britain taking the place of Mexico. In 1971, they had opened a new theme park outside of St. Louis called Six Flags Over Mid-America, but this time it would be themed to Missouri, USA, France, Spain, England, and Old Chicago. This would be the last of the original parks created with the original owners. Numerous ownerships would come and go, and with each new park, the brand name would just be a brand name. In 2017, the Six Flags brand in Texas was put under a microscope. The Confederate States of America was the themed land within the park, and upon opening, the area featured staged Confederate soldier recruitments as the Stars and Bars flag flew over the land. Guests could enlist as Confederate soldiers and interact with reenactment actors who would provide knowledge of what life was like in a Texas Civil War era town. Furthermore, as part of the Civil War reenactment, the Confederate soldiers would find a Union spy amongst the crowd who would then be tied to a post and executed by a mock firing squad. In the 1990s, this section of the park was renamed to Old South in an attempt to separate themselves from the controversial past of the land. However, after the violent Charlottesville Unite the Right rally, Confederate iconography was put to question around the country, including the use of Confederate imagery within Six Flags.
Renewed conversation on race prompted a major change at a Texas institution. For years, Confederate state flag has flown over Six Flags in Arlington, and tonight there are still Six Flags up, but they are all American.
On August 18, 2017, the park replaced all of their flags with American flags, with the Six Flags spokesperson stating, "We always choose to focus on celebrating the things that unite us versus those that divide us." This would be the beginning of the park separating themselves from the original theme of six sovereign nations that once ruled over the state. If you look at a current park map, you won't see any labels on any of the themed lands. To add to this confusion, the current Pirates of the Spelunker Cave attraction is themed to France, and it sits in what would be the Texas section of the park. The park is still essentially a theme park, and I'm left to wonder what's in store for the thematic nature of the park in the future. Whatever it may be, it will be under the presence of six American flags.